Hello, this is Chelsea Joy, and we're going to do a nice 45-minute yin session, which is all about comfort and ease today. So it's not about forcing, it's just about relaxing, and these positions should send you into a nice bit of bliss, hopefully. So what we're going to get started in today is a very simple, wide-legged position. So we just want to make sure first that our sit bones are firmly on the mat. So removing the cushions, you can just go back and forth a few times, just feeling that nice stable base. And just make sure that your ankles are walked nice and far out. So you want to make sure that your ankles are elongating your legs here. Just grab onto your pillows as well. Today it's all about ease, not forcing. So instead of just folding into this, we're first going to take 2 big breaths in, huge breaths into the belly. Expanding the belly and exhaling. Just to recalibrate. And we're just going to fold, I'm going to fold the top pillow, because these pillows are very skinny. But if you have a proper bolster, you can just use it normally. We're going to place our elbows just on top here. We just want to allow our bodies to fold over as much as feels comfortable today. So we're going to place our hands into prayer. Now you can place either your forehead, you can place either your chin on top of your hands, or you can place your hands on your forehead, just between your third eye. See what feels nice. I'm actually going to adjust my pillows a little bit. And simply relaxing. So relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the arms as much as possible. And then we're going to relax everything from the hips, into the hamstrings, into the legs and the feet. Take a big breath in here to recalibrate, and slowly exhaling. And just allowing the back of the neck to relax. And even if at this point you wanted to just completely relax your head all the way down, that's completely fine as well. Just see how you go. And if at any point you feel like you want to move deeper into this, again without forcing it, you may. So you can move your pillows outward and just collapsing down. Let's just take 2 big breaths here again. Big breath into the belly. Slow breath out. Just relaxing the head all the way down on top of the hands. Just imagining that all of that beautiful stretch that you feel in your hamstrings, in your calves, just imagine that that's opening up beautiful energy flow, chi, through your body. All the lovely fascia tissue, that white tissue that lubricates our joints, is just flooding through. Just imagine, just bring your attention to that lovely sensation. Let's take 2 more big breaths here. Beautiful. And feel free to grab onto your feet. So you can grab onto the top of your toes if you'd like. If this is too far out of range today, you can just put your hands on top of your legs and simply resting your head all the way down. If you can touch your toes, and feel free to use a strap as well, or even a towel you could wrap around your feet. But what we want to do is just gently grabbing on to those toes and pulling ourselves very gently towards our toes. On each side, just allowing that beautiful hamstring stretch to happen a little bit more. And feel free to move your toes inward. Keep on grabbing those toes. Again, if you're only at your calves today, that's completely fine. We can do the same. Bring those toes inward. You're going to feel that little gentle stretch on the outside of your calves. Big breath in here. Moving them back up to center and then bringing those toes out to the outside. So basically we're just rotating them away from us. Big breath in. And relaxing the head again, just feeling that sensation in the hamstrings. And again, just moving those feet in towards us. See if you can tap your foot to the ground on the inside. Just energetically bring them there. Big breath in. And all the way out. Moving the feet one more time outward, just revolving them outside. Again, feeling that lovely sensation in the hamstrings when we do this. Bring the feet all the way back to center. Slowly bring the torso all the way, well, I shouldn't say all the way up, but we're going to grab onto our feet and bring our body up as much as we can whilst either grabbing onto our toes or to our calves. So if you're here, we're just gonna bring the body up. Take a big breath in here. Just relaxing again all the way down. Like a little halfway lift. We were in vinyasa. And then all the way again, folding all the way over. 2 big breaths here. Lovely, and slowly this time making your way all the way back up. Wonderful. Now we're going to keep the pillows, and we just want to make sure that we're going to get a nice lift in our legs through bringing our legs on top of those pillows. Now, if you are very, very open in the hips, you might be able to stack even more pillows up there. The unlimited supply of pillows. So you can do that even. But most important is just make sure that your sit bones are nice and firm on the ground. We want to make sure the foundations are solid before we do anything else. So feel free to grab onto your toes or your calves, wherever you can reach today. And I'm just going to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle a little bit more just to make sure my sit bones are on the ground. And before doing anything, we just want to, wherever you're at, whether it's your calves or your feet, we just want to wiggle back and forth a few times. So just bring this into your midsection, bring this into your waist, and we're just going to rotate side to side. So maybe take a deep breath in on one side and then exhaling on the other. Just doing this really slowly here. just grabbing onto those feet or the calves. We're just going to allow our head to fall. Now, if this feels very uncomfortable on the back of your neck or the tops of your shoulders, feel free to grab another bolster or pillow and just support your head. So wherever we're at today, just relaxing your head all the way down. And let's take 3 big butterfly breaths. So breathing into the back ribs so you can actually feel your back ribs expanding and contracting. These poses that we're doing today are all about finding comfort and not straining, not stressing, and not forcing. And I had a talk with a lovely yogi friend of mine yesterday, and we were talking about happiness and how in life, no matter the circumstances, happiness is always a choice. You can also substitute the word happiness for joy. You could say joy is a choice. And I definitely feel that's the case, that no matter what happens in life, we can always find some joy or happiness in the situation that we're in. So today, we're finding comfort in these situations that we're in, finding some joy and comfort, even when sometimes it can be a little uncomfortable, finding the joy in that moment anyway, sometimes despite or because of the circumstances. So let's take 3 more big breaths in here. Big breath in into the belly. If you can collapse a little further on the exhale. Slowly, slowly, coming all the way up to center, very slowly. And very gently moving your legs away from the pillows, just sitting cross-legged for a moment. And we're just going to move the pillows away. Make sure they're close by. And just for a moment, we're going to bring our legs out to center completely. And we're just going to move our knees a few times just to bring some life back into them. And just really gently, nothing too fancy, we're going to fold again as much as possible. Still rocking our knees side to side. And coming all the way back up to center. And we're going to grab our hands from behind our back here, keeping the legs straight. And if it feels comfortable for you, placing the tops of your knuckles on the mat. Now, if this feels a bit weird, if it feels a bit too strenuous, you can bring a pillow behind you, or a block if you'd like, and place those hands on top of the block. In whatever case, I'm just going to take 3 big breaths in here into the belly and all the way out. Try to relax those shoulders as much as possible. Another big breath in. And once more. Beautiful. And then just releasing the hands. We're going to now embrace our hands in front of us. So embracing the hands together, and then we're going to turn our hands so our palms are facing outward. And again, just hinging from the hips here. Big breath in as we move forward. As much as possible, almost like you're pushing the wall in front of you away. And then bringing those arms all the way up to the sky. Exhaling out. Another big breath in. And bringing the hands all the way down again towards that wall. Beautiful. And then just relaxing the hands down. And we're going to bring both of the cushions behind us. And just make sure that they're about where your heart space is underneath. So if you're using a block instead, you're going to want to have the bottom edge of the block just on top of your bottom ribs, where your bottom ribs start. For me, again, just being calm and gentle and focusing on comfort today, just going to use pillows. So bring yourself all the way down. Now feel free, while we're here, to put your pads of your feet into butterfly. So putting the pads together and letting your knees drape outward. So that's an option. And now we're going to interlock our thumbs and bring our hands all the way up overhead. You can either lay them straight out in front of you, or you can bend your elbows, whatever feels nice today. I'm going to bend my elbows today. What we're going to do is take 3 nice big breaths into the belly. So expanding the belly on the inhale and letting go on the exhale. And then just sinking into this. Imagine that your heart space is just opening to the sky. Imagine that your shoulders are simply opening and allowing and surrendering, not holding any tension or protective mechanism in those shoulders. We're just releasing that, knowing we're in a safe space today. And if you feel you're holding on to any tension now in your hips, I encourage you just to let that go and relax. And if you feel there's any tension through your calves, in your knees, or in your hamstrings, just allow that to marinate away. Take 2 more big breaths in, expanding through the belly on the inhale. And slowly exhaling. And a deep breath in. This time bringing both of the knees together and bringing the pads of your feet, walking them closer to your glutes, as close as possible to your glutes. And very, very gently, we're going to bring both of the legs over to the right, keeping your back on the bolster. And slowly we're going to turn our torso the opposite direction. So torso to the left, legs to the right. A very gentle twist while we do this beautiful heart opener. Three big breaths here into the belly. And if you feel you want to have this be a little bit more intense, you can bring the knees outward further, and you can just allow that twist to be a little deeper, so allowing your torso to move over to the left, just incrementally. See how you feel today, but in any case, when we do an adjustment, just simply realigning with the breath. Big breath into the count of 4. And slowly releasing. And just staying here for a few moments. Imagine that your midsection is wringing out any of the old energy, the old stale energy that you don't really need anymore. Just wringing this out of your body. And at this point, if you'd like this to be more intense, just bring your right hand on top of that left knee. But we want to maintain the twist, so keep twisting over so that your torso is twisting over to the left. Be as gentle or as intense as you'd like it. But we're going for gentle today. Alright, one more breath in here. And slowly bringing the knees all the way back up to center. Very, very slowly. Alright. And now when we're ready, again walking the feet towards the glutes. And slowly we're going to just allow those legs to fall over the opposite side. So this time to the left, making sure the heart space is still on top of the bolsters. And just bringing, you can interlock the thumbs, bring the hands overhead, And just really gently twisting over to the other side now. So twisting over to the right side. Really gently, nothing crazy. And just relaxing. And wherever we're at the moment, just taking 3 big breaths into the belly, expanding the belly on the inhale. And releasing. And again, if you'd like to make this a little more intense, you can bring the knees further up towards you and twist the torso more to the right side. So just bring that attention into the midsection. And if you'd like, you can place your right hand on top of your left knee. Just bringing you into slightly more of a twist. And again, just allowing our torso to twist over to the right even more. Feel free to take a big breath in. And a slow breath out. Lovely. We're just going to be here for a few more minutes, a couple more minutes. So just relax into this position. Imagine that you're opening up space from the right hip all the way into the belly and into your back. So just allowing that beautiful twist to bring all the stresses away. connect to the breath. Taking a big breath into the belly and pausing at the top. So counting to 5. Pausing. And rinsing out. Let's do 2 more of those here. Deep breath in. Pausing. And wonderful. Slowly, bringing the knees back to center. Bringing the torso back to center as well. And slowly, just rocking those knees side to side. Just a few times. Beautiful. All right. Now we're going to bring the legs out straight, nice and straight. And just stretch. We're going to stretch our toes. So toes out, and then bring interlocking the thumbs and bring the arms all the way back. And we're going to make the biggest stretch we can with our body. So breathing in and elongating our body on top of this bolster. And again, big breath in, elongating your body over the bolster. Lovely. And then really gently, we're going to bring ourselves up just enough to remove those bolsters. Just place them to the side and bring our body all the way back down flat this time. And we're just going to grab onto our knees. So bringing our knees close to our chest and interlocking our fingers on top of those knees. And then we're going to bring one leg, so you can have it be the right or the left. I'm bringing my left leg out. And then really gently, we're going to hug that right knee in towards our armpit here. So making sure that long leg is elongated, which means I'm walking my heel outward. So it elongates the leg. And slowly bring that right knee in. Making sure that the lower back is flat against the mat as well. So making sure the lumbar is nice and flat and flush to the mat. Taking a deep breath in here. One more breath. Slowly releasing that leg. And just staying here for a moment with both legs straight out. And slowly bring the left knee all the way up to the chest, keeping the right leg straight out. And just hugging that knee in, all the way in and over to your elbow, making sure your shoulders are relaxed, just using the bicep strength. Big breath in. Slow breath out. Just do it a couple more times. Lovely. And then bring that leg straight out in front of you again. Wonderful. Now, if you're near a wall, or a couch, like where I'm at, we'll just move to wherever is comfortable. But if you do have a wall or a couch, feel free to pause the video and bring the mat over to the wall. But I'll show you what we're gonna do. We're gonna do waterfall, or legs up the wall. So this is really good for circulation. It's really good for calming as well. And if you have kids, it's really good for calming the kids down before bed. So I'm actually just gonna take one bolster today, or one pillow. It's just underneath my back. And then just gently bring all the way back, and you wanna make sure that your bum is as close to the wall as possible. And if you have the full wall there, you're going to just bring your bring your heels to rest against the wall and keep them there. As for me with the couch, I'm simply going to drape my legs over the couch like so. But we just want to make sure that our bum is as close to the wall or couch as possible. That's going to give us that maximum benefit. You want to make sure it's as close as possible where you can still keep your feet up as well. Keep your legs up. So we're going to place our hands right on top of our solar plexus here, which is just above, just on top of our ribs right here. So placing our hands there. And what we're going to do now is we're going to take 3 big breaths into the belly. So I want you to imagine as we breathe in, we're breathing in this beautiful bright yellow light like the sun. Breathing in beautiful light and exhaling. A little more like that. Luminescent ball of light. Just allowing your breath to come back to normal now. And just imagine that you're pressing your lower back and you're pressing your midsection on the ground. So we don't want a big arch in our spine. We want to have that nice and flush against the ground here, as much as possible, not forcing it, just pressing down. So again, it's a feeling of groundedness, which is quite nice. And again, if you have your feet up against the wall, it's especially so lovely for circulation, just bringing all the blood back into our torso after standing for so long during the day. It's so nice just to be relaxed in this position. It's such a great one to do with your kids as well in the evening. Just relaxes them so quickly and puts them into a state of ease, kids or adults. Now, if you'd like, what I like to do is placing my pads of my feet together and then placing my feet kind of like we're in butterfly up against the wall. So you can do this with the couch or with the wall as well. So if it's up against the wall, you will have to use a little bit of strength to keep them up. That's okay. Now we're just going to take 3 big breaths in here and all the way out. Really flush it out. Beautiful. And if you'd like, if you have the ability to at the moment, we can rock back and forth, just really gently rocking our legs, perhaps our hips back and forth. Feels really nice. If you are up against the wall, this might feel a little bit more difficult, but see how you go. Rocking back and forth. And when you're ready, we're going to come off the wall. So whatever way feels nice, without knocking anything over. Alrighty. And And feel free actually to grab the bolster or the pillow, or pillows, plural, and bringing them under the knees now. This is one of my favorites. So you're bringing them right under the knees, laying all the way back into our final Shavasana. And feel free to place your hands by your sides or on top of your belly. I like on top of the belly. Again, this is all about the comfort today and just feeling nice and at ease and relaxed. It's nice just to it's almost like giving ourselves a little hug. Just remembering to give us that lovely nourishment and self-care that we deserve, that we often forget about. The world is in such a yang state, a masculine state, and it's all about doing and thinking and directing and controlling. That's what our world seems to be about at the moment. And I think that's why yin is so important, because it just allows us to get back into the flow and into the yin, into the feminine. And no matter if you're a man or a woman, it's so important to have that balance in your life. You know, yin is about flow, about ease, about just being and connecting in and going inside a little. And there's something very beautiful about that. We're now going to imagine that the back of our head is completely relaxed, pressing in against the mat. The backs of our shoulders and our thoracic spine, heading all the way down to the midsection, just allowing that to press into the mat gently. Just the sides of the hips, just gently pressing down into the mat. The glutes. And just almost marinating, almost sinking your body into the ground. Lovely grounded feeling. Again, softening the face, softening the muscles around the eyes, under the eyes and the cheeks, softening the jaw and relaxing the muscles around the mouth, softening the chin, and taking a deep breath in again into the belly, and slowly let's just take one more huge clarifying breath in to the belly, expanding the belly outward. Pausing at the top and releasing. And then really gently just rolling over, perhaps to your right side. And just staying here for a moment. Big breath in, and all the way out. And slowly making your way all the way back up to seated. All right. And sitting in a cross-legged position here. Close down the eyes. Thank you for joining me today for this 45-minute yin practice about comfort and ease. And just remember the yin that you can bring into your life, even if it's 5 minutes, even if it's one breath. Thank you so much. Namaste.